So when I was shuffling, the strength card came out. So it is our mighty lion for the Lion's Gate. Sweet. And then I put it back, started shuffling, and then I realized it was turned the opposite way. So it was still in there, kind of still being known. That's awesome. So, anyways. All right. So here's a live to do for Lionsgate. Um, I haven't watched a whole bunch of readings, but the ones that have, the clear as day message is that communication is coming in. So a lot of people are going to get people coming out of the woodworks, coming out of nowhere to deliver message. However, keep in mind that it looks like the message is very guarded. There's a lot of people that they still want you around to suit their needs, but it's not out of love. It's a lot of ego and manipulation and control. And if I'm in that, I know exactly who that is. But I don't think he has the balls to even try. I don't think so. I'm the Empress. I'm the strength. Like, he fucking knows it. So yeah, good luck trying to come in. You better be a nice boy, cause I swear to God, oh man, it's going to end up in that 5 of Wands. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, 5, 6 wands for sure, for sure. But whatever, you know what? And if it does, I know to take it, nicely. I've had to deal with not just that person, but other people in that way. Keep in the back of my mind, like they're reacting to how, because of their stresses in their life or whatever issues that's making them be in a negative state, but it's not going to bring me down to a negative state. And that's how you have to deal with them. 4 of Wands, deal with them like this is like together, building a foundation together. See how they're like holding hands, they're kind of dancing on top of the boat. They got on that boat and they are sailing and they're starting new. So a lot of people want to come in and they want a new beginning, right? To build something new with you, right? But just be careful, okay? Just be careful, right? So let's see what we need to know about that. I mean, I already know, but let's see what it tells us. Can you please clarify the 4 of Wands with 8 of Swords, King of Swords, and Ace of Wands? All right, so the King of Swords very sure of himself. Okay, so he's on this new land, and he's got the butterflies, new beginnings, the animals are all fluttering around. He's got one leg in the water, creating ripples. Okay, starting new things. Okay, and the Ace of Swords. You feel trapped. You felt trapped from this person. It's hard to believe that there's a new beginning when you've been through so much. Okay, but she can get out of the swords, and she has. I really feel like we have put down the swords, but be careful not to go back into that energy, because he might be sure of himself, but that doesn't mean that he still doesn't feel like he's right. He may not be willing to accept his part in things, to what he did to make you feel this way. Again, when I say he, it can mean she too. But I am female, so I say it the way I say it. And yeah, so she's very like, oh my God, if you come in and you want this new start, but you made me feel this way, how can I trust you after everything? And he's like, well, my foot's on land and one foot's in the water. I'm still kind of in the middle, but I'm kind of gonna give you a little bit. I want that offering the new start, but I don't think he's ready to admit. And you want him to admit that he put you through this. Okay? Sometimes to go forward, you both have to let go. And if he doesn't let go and you have let go, then you feel like you're going to get stuck there because he's just going to continue. So you're like, okay, that's great. You know, you say now that you want to continue. You say now that you got your shits together. But you're still okay with what you did. Right? And you want to go forward. You want to be like, here you go, let's go, give it a shot. But you're afraid. With good reason. Good reason. Okay? The Ten of Pentacles. That wealth, everything that you worked for. Everything you worked for, you have it all. You have it all that you've worked so hard. You worked so hard, but yet you felt like this. And you want a new start because you don't want it all to be for nothing. You don't want to walk away and say, it was all for nothing. I put all this. And yeah, I have all the pentacles. Yeah, I have it all. And I want to be passionate. I want to keep building this. Okay? I love that. But not like that. Okay? I put that away. I'm done with feeling like this. Okay? I've stood my ground up to it. And if you're sure that you want to keep building, and the 10 is a completion, it's like, then you have the ace. See, you have the wealth and stuff, and then it's the end. Not that you lose any of it. You have gathered it all, okay? But in order to continue and to just hold that one wand, that one stick of truth, that one passionate going forward into the unknown, into the leap forward, this has to be gone. This has to be gone. He has to be sure that he's put away this too. And not only to put away what he's done to you, what he's done to himself. And it's in doing that to himself that he's done it onto you. He's reflected onto you. So you have to tell him, sure, I want that. I want that. I want to dance upon, we've landed and we're going forward. We're going forward. We can continue all this work we've put together. But as long as you forgive yourself and you let go and you stop acting like this. So tell him that. If he comes in, tell him that. Be like, yes, that's cool. I want that too. More than ever. But not if you're going to make me feel like this. He might not immediately say, no, I won't feel like... No, he's got too much pride to admit that. If he's not ready to now, he won't. But you can still assume that you can still tell him what... You can have that strength to tell him that you're not going to have it anymore. So he's going to have to go home, contemplate on it, on your conversation, think back and go, well, her demand isn't that difficult. I mean, who would want to continue feeling like this? And he knows he did. He just won't admit it. So he knows you're right. And he knows that's what's required. Okay? Right? So once he's realized that, where do we go on from there? Okay? Where do we go on? Now look at the my previous videos to what's going on in the next like week or so. All right. Again, I don't want to move too forward on this, so I don't want to go too forward. I know people like to know their future or like to know what's going on, but there's a certain degree that you shouldn't really go too far deep, because you're still working on now, and now is what's important, not what's to come. It's nice to have a goal or to kind of have a idea, but don't rely too much on it. Oh
apparently I'm finding these
cards. I see. I put these cards on. I got this card, and it said it was a new. It was new on Amazon. It wasn't new. There was no. The box looked slightly old. Like it wasn't really used much, and I can see why. Because I really don't feel for these cards at all, and it has this like incensey smell. I don't smell it right now. Maybe if I had the whole deck. So I had it out here with my crystal to kind of de-energize it, because they clearly lied and it was someone's. It was used. So this fell, and this is the Three of Cups. See how they're all angels in the sky, and they're all together in harmony. So you're coming together. That's great. So yes, speak your truth. Speak it loud and clear. Okay, now is the time to be that Queen of Swords. Now is the time to be the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Pens. Right? And the Queen of Cups. You're just a queen in general, right? Okay? And then you can come together in harmony and understanding. But speak your truth and stand your ground. That's what this Lionsgate is about. That's what Leo is about. Having the strength, the courage, be the lion. Right? And then you can get to that with others. Doesn't necessarily mean love. It could mean just in partnership. But as long as everyone has an understanding to what each other needs and is okay to meeting those needs, then you can celebrate and start a new foundation together. This can be marriage. This can be proposals, getting together, union. You know, this might be a let's start new. Maybe he is sure. Maybe he's like, yeah, no more swords. I'm sure of myself. He's the King of Swords. He's sure of himself to the point of proposals for some of you. Okay, because it might be very hard to have this conversation. It might be very hard. Okay? But turning those swords into cups, you have angelic guidance with you. Like I just said, as long as people understand each other's wants and needs and compromise for the greater good, the sorrow can disappear. Okay? Take the chance. Take that leap. What do you have to lose? The Ace of Cups. You have all these cups, your own cup and their cups. You're sharing it together. Okay, so you can give off your cup. You know it. You know what you want. So speak it. Be it. Do it. Don't let anyone put you through this again. And if you have even the littlest instinct in you that this person's not going to change, and keep in mind, people don't just change overnight. They don't just snap into it and go, I'm a whole new person. Trust me, I know. Death in the tower fell, and so I'm just a new person. No, you're lying to yourself. Maybe you want that, but it'll take time. Change doesn't happen overnight. So if you feel it, be strong. You're like, no, not until you're ready to put that away. Because I do not want to go here again with you. I do not want to be this anymore. Make it clear, because you know it. This is what you want. This is how you're feeling. You're feeling great. You're not feeling great as in, yes, you might have some burdens and some sorrows still underlining, but you've cleared them in your mind. You're aware of what you want, and you're ready to leap forward. Nine of Wands. Putting those burdens down. so much. You had all these different avenues and things, and at one point it felt like everything was just working. Okay, and then one would fall, one would break, and you'd move ahead. Oh my god, I have a wasp up my ass. But there's always that one that you're holding on to. And you have all the other ones, and you're like, that's great and all. But this one's so important. And if that one was making you feel like that, why is it so important that you have to hold on to it so tight? So tight. Because you could put it down. You could like, this not serving me. It doesn't necessarily mean you're done. But then there's all the 8 other ones to work with in the time being. And then, if that person truly understands what they did, and that goes finitos, you can pick up that wand. And maybe he will be the King of Wands and offer you, or the Ace of Wands, and offer you that wand. And then you can have 2. And then you can have 10 to that 9. 9 plus 1, 10, completion. Right? But what will it take to add that wand? What will it take? It's not lost. It might just be put down. Stupid wasp. Seriously. They're annoying as shit. Anyways, okay. You know what? I'm gonna keep it pretty low. Man, it's already been almost 20 minutes. Holy crap. Alright, so, let's do 3 more cards to just, what do we need to know? What do we need to know for right now? If that person comes in, if they don't feel bad because you're like, oh my god, everyone is saying that he's gonna come in. It doesn't mean it won't be in the next couple of days. And sometimes, if you're expecting something and it doesn't, then that says everything, right? So just because you have this want for reuniting with someone and getting the truth and getting whatever, oh my god, there's gotta be a hive around here. Oh, they're so annoying. What the hell? Get away. I must smell like strawberries or some shit. The fuck? It's usually the shampoo in your hair they like, eh? It's like, oh, it smells like honey blossoms. Fuck right off. There's like 3 of them. Alright. Sorry. Let's end this so I can run away. God, I don't like even swatting them because it's just like, if I miss, I'm like, run away like a bitch. Run for my life. Run. There's a white butterfly. They're everywhere. White butterflies. Alright. 4 of Pentacles. What a nice image. This is a beautiful, this is 78 tarot. And it's every single image on it is from a different artist. 4 of Pence. Wow. I almost want to read this one. Okay, and one more, this one. And death. See, we are ending it on death, as usual. What? What? They like me a lot. Alright, let's read 4 of Pence. Oh my god. So I can end this. It's the nautical deck, because I know they do a few different decks now. I think they have 3 or 4. So this is the 78 Tarot Nautical. Alright, so 4 of Pence. Material focus, possessiveness, control, hoarding, and closed off. A pirate stands on the seabed, a pistol in one hand and a sword in the other. A key hangs around his neck on a chain, and his eyes are dark. He is tired from work, but alert and poised. At his feet lie the four pentacles, and these are what he protects, with force if necessary. He stands guard over them, unwilling to move and risk someone taking his treasure. The card is a warning that while it is understandable, even admirable, to be happy about your success, too much of a good thing can be harmful. Your work should be rewarded, acknowledged, and built on, rather than becoming obsessed by what you have achieved and the wealth that you have accrued. Yeah, my work should be rewarded. And guess what? That is why I ended up there. That's just me. So yes, hoarding, clinging on. These are my coins, my precious. Not wanting to let go. So they might come in and be like, I want this new beginning, but he's not letting go of the past. He's not letting go of the things that he blames you for. And that is keeping you in the swords. Yeah, not admitting to it. And if he does, then great, but he's only doing it to make you happy so that you can move forward. Well, I guess if I tell her that, I was wrong, even though I'm not, she might decide to come back. Okay, but be aware of that, all right? Just because he might be offering to reconcile doesn't necessarily mean that he is forgiving himself or you. And he doesn't put blame still. And if there's still blame, if he's still looking at you negatively, well, you can't go positive. He's got to let that go. And he's got to be like, look, I'm ready to share my pentacles. I'm ready to build that foundation. And with some of you, he will. He'll be ready to let go. He's, this is something that he's transforming, because don't forget, we got the death with it. So this is the transformation, the starting new. So maybe he is finally realizing that he's got to let go and stop being a greedy motherfucker. Sorry for my language. But yeah, okay, maybe he'll share it with you. He sees you being strong, wanting to move forward, being tired of the bullshit. Okay, and he's like, well, you work for me. I'm the one with the pentacles. What do you mean? You want me to admit that I need to see your worth? You want me to give you pentacles? But I made these pentacles. I know. Oh, sure, you tagged along for the ride, but they're mine. They're still mine. Well, that's someone that doesn't really want to move forward. But death is forcing them to. And maybe they're still taking that time. Maybe they're still going through the process. But they're still going through the process. And you have the Fool. The Fool comes up in every reading. Take that chance. Take the risk. Okay? Because even though it might not appear that they're 100% have your back, you have your back, and that's what matters. So you're not going to stand for it. If they say they're willing to move forward, again, speak your truth, stand your ground. Yeah, okay, fine, but not as long as you stop being shady. And then he'll be like, yeah, she's right. I'm being a shady motherfucker. And even if he tries to deny it, the fates are gonna fucking turn it anyways. And then he's gonna have to let go. Or he loses you. Simply put. Okay, so transformation has to happen to go forward. And you do have that forward. You do want to go forward. Okay, you have worked really hard. You have all these pentacles. Okay, they helped you. And at one point it was good. They helped give you these pentacles. But then he kept those for himself. They're not yours. I decide when I give you those. I decide. They're mine. No, I helped you get there. I helped you. Sure, you know how. You're strong and you're And that's why I like working with you. That's why I like being part of your life, because we work well together. We're strong and we're grounded and we know how to make it work. But stop being a greedy motherfucker. Okay, stop being shady. Okay, once you stop being shady, alright, then you can bring up that wand and build new together. And it's nice. It's nice. Because you have the High Priestess. She's of intuition. She's of divine order. She's Ishtar. She's Isis. She is the Hierophant female. She is the Popess. She is the all-knowing, the spiritual guidance. Okay? The spirit has your back. Okay? And he can try to be shady, but Death's getting rid of that. And they're making sure of it. Alright, let's end that. Hey, I haven't been bit yet. Sweet. Woohoo, woohoo. Oh, I had to pick it up. The Emperor. Okay, the Emperor, you know what's funny? Okay, he's coming in. He knows. He knows now what needs to be done. He is sure as hell he knows. Okay, whether he's going to admit it or not, if he comes in, he's sure. Okay, be prepared, but make sure you're having none of those sorts. Okay, and Spirit has your back. And they will fucking force it out of them if they have to. So, have faith. Have trust. Be strong. Be strong. Be the Leo. I don't know where I put it, but whatever. Alright? Be strong. Okay? You guys can do this. Love you guys.